Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Jose Cuervo, Professional Beach Volleyball Series, live in action, coming to you from Belmar, New Jersey. That's right, it is a festival, it's a hot event. We are going to the men's championship match. Right here, it's been a great weekend, great sun, great sport, and all sorts of fun. Wrap it up right here with the big money game. It is the championship men's match, and I want to kick it down to the Golden Pipes, the man of action, the Tower of Power, Matt Romanowski. Romo, where are you at, baby?
Oh, I'm right here in the greatest place in the world, man. Everybody ready to rock and roll? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series Belmar Open. Are you ready? Oh, let's go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This young man grew up in Toms River, New Jersey. Put your hands together, New Jersey. Out of Notre Dame, he got his first win in Baltimore. Put your hands together for the human avatar, Ryan Doherty. On his partner, ladies and gentlemen, out of Brigham Young University, with 4 career wins, got his first win in Coney Island from Ventura, California. Put your hands together for the cool, the calm, the collective, Casey Boom Patterson. On their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, this young man, originally from London, now resides in Florida, from West Palm Beach at the University of New Haven. Put your hands together for my buddy, Stephen Grotowski. On his partner, ladies and gentlemen, from Miami Beach, his highest finish, 3rd place. He's in his first final, the Uruguayan Swiballer. Give it up for Adrian Carambula. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series. Can you dig it? Let's go, Ryan.
That is.
Let's go, Casey.
Matt Romanowski, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go, Age. Let's go, Steve. Let's go, Belmar. One more time.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give your hands up. Put them together and bang them loud. Matt Romanowski kicking off the finals, the big money game. Action underway. The man in the back, Casey Patterson, set to serve. And a high hand, Ryan Doherty. Seeing the block going, high line, gets a kill. Put his partner Casey Patterson back to serve, and we got 1-0 here in game number 1. Ooh, way to take that one. Casey Patterson with the jump serve, little side water goes wide left out of bounds, and that's going to bring up Adrian Carambula to serve. Wayne dances and jiving, takes the ball, sits a little bit deep on the sky ball, and that's going to bring up Ryan Doherty to serve. Big swing from Grotowski, getting the kill, going sharp cross.
Grotowski serve just out, scored a point. 3-2. Casey Patterson, Ryan Doherty, C-pad back to serve.
Skipper off the tape, falls just wide and out of bounds. That's going to bring up Adrian Carambula to serve.
Shot by Grotowski, sails out of bounds. Another tough sky ball from Adrian Carambula, originally from Uruguay, known as the Uruguayan sky baller. Tough serve in this windy condition here in Belmar. I'd like to give a shout out again to all the referees. You guys do a fantastic job. Thank you.
I got to give a big shout and praise who's been spinning the music all weekend long. DJ Roche, making it truly a party atmosphere.
Casey Patterson, just lining up and ripping off the block for the point. 5-3. Grotowski's shot sails just a bit out.
Just a bit out. He down, it reaches height. Look at the snap on it. Thought he was going to grab some line. Just barely wide of the court. Ryan Doherty back to serve. Carambula on the backside. Called for double contact in transition. Still turning while the set motion happened. Got the call. That's going to bring up Doherty to serve. Let's take a look at the replay here. Pastor Grotowski still in motion. Slight double contact is called by the ref. And a chesty upski by Adrian Carambula. Flexes, gets the pectorals involved, gets it up. Let's take a look at the replay. Monster swing from Patterson, just levels it. Boom, off the chesticles and gets it up out of the outstretched arms of Patterson.
Doherty shot sails just a bit out. 5-7 on the board. Steve Grotowski on the London National Beach team, vying for the Olympics here in 2012, stepping back to serve. Casey Patterson. Outstanding pass of a very tough serve, and skies high rips it off the block for the point. 8-5, Casey Patterson, 4 career wins, getting his first win right up the road in Brooklyn, New York in 2009. As we switch sides, 8-6 on the board. Outstanding communication from Doherty and Patterson. Great pass off a tough sky ball, gives Ryan Doherty 9-6 on the board from Toms River, New Jersey. All-star pitcher out of Notre Dame, Ryan Doherty back to serve. A tough floaty down the line. Pass out of reach by Grotowski. Good for a point for Casey Patterson. Ryan Doherty, 10-6.
And a high shot by Grotowski, finding the deep spot, gets the kill. A lot of players today using the float serve because of how it dances in the wind. And the wind is definitely picked up here on championship court as Grotowski heads back to the service line.
Adrian Carambula. Nice pickup off a tough shot, then absolutely rips it cross court. Great pass by Casey Patterson off a very tough serve. And our score, 8-10 here on Stadium Court, playing the best 2 out of 3 to 21. Get to a third game, that'll be to 15. Rally scoring on every point. Service Grotowski. Ryan Doherty showing the pokey line, but changing it up at the last minute. A little pokey around the block. Cross court, lands in for the point. 11-8.
Really hard to read with a guy that tall. You know what? The elevation is there. He does the change-up drop shot, does a little poke into the deep corner, gets the kill. Broken play right there. Great read by Patterson. Reading the shot. All day gets there in time. Unfortunately, I think the wind is definitely a factor today. Let's take a look at the replay. All right, there, outstretched arms. Gets to it. Doherty sends it. Unfortunately, it goes just a little bit behind him on the J-dig. That's going to bring Adrian Carambula to serve.
Keep watching. It's out. Good talk.
That's the tough thing with the sky ball. You have to wait until it lands to see exactly if it's in or out. The wind is going to change that all day long. Romo, what do you got, baby?
Well, we're going to switch sides, take a little break, and you can see that the Jose Cuervo girls are out there tossing some T-shirts. So, Belmar, get on your feet if you want a shirt or a volleyball. Get on your feet if you want a shirt or a volleyball.
Gotta love the tune.
It is a great crowd here in Belmar, New Jersey. Get on your feet, get on your feet, get on your feet.
What a great anthem for today. The wind is very, very tricky. And just like Run DMC, this is a classic event going on right here, folks. Belmar, let's make some noise for your boys. Championship match. Let me hear you out there, Belmar!
Let's take a look at the flags just rip, and the wind is absolutely picking up here. Does two things. Number one, it allows for that jump serve and Adrian Carambula's serve to heat up on both sides of the net. It also does nothing, cools things down a little bit. After a whole week of a lot of really hot weather here, this has been a nice, cool afternoon.
You know what? It's not just on the serve, but also on your offense. It's going to change up the set motion. You know what? A high set can definitely be a factor with this wind if it's going to drift into the plane or not, so it makes blocking an integral part of your game. Let's see how it pans out. Ryan Doherty back to serve.
And Doherty Patterson with a 12-9 lead, and as you said, Dave, the Avatar back to serve.
What a play, ladies and gentlemen. Holy hustle, Batman. Doherty and Patterson. Patterson monster up. Doherty chases it down. Let's take a look at the replay right here.
Take a look at the replay on the screen, and it's tapped off. And look at the hustle by Doherty. Casey Patterson pushing it over. And with the quick set, the Carambula tapping it down for the point. On 2.
Carambula proving it's at the power, it's a placement all day.
10-12 on the board. Steven Grotowski back to serve. Absolutely tough serve cross court by Grotowski. Outstanding effort by Doherty and Patterson, but 11-12 here in game number 1. Again, if you're just joining us online or here in Belmar, New Jersey, you are playing the best 2 out of 3 to 21. If you get to a third game, that'll be to 15. You're watching the men's Belmar Open Finals. Steve Grotowski to serve.
Patterson answering back, gets jousted into the net, sees the court wide open, goes cross for the kill.
Patterson!
Visibly pleased with the swing right there. Patterson head back to the service line.
Absolutely outstanding. Did great set by his partner. We'll take a look at the replay here online. Casey Patterson up with a nobody call and just dropping it like it's hot. Big swing for Case. Nice hit, Casey. Casey Patterson doing it all. Back-to-back digs. That one sliding over the net, landing on the line for the point. 15-11 as we take a look at that replay. Big swing by Grotowski.
Patterson gets the up. Oh, little pump fakey right there. Partner sees it, does not touch it. It lands dead on the tape. Free ball kill for Patterson.
Good.
Ooh, great set, great swing, but just a bit wide as he goes down the line. Grotowski's hit is out of bounds. Folks, we are taking a break. 16-11, Romo. What do you think, baby?
Well, let's take a look at the stats of the match. Adrian Carambula with 2 kills, Grotowski with 4, Casey Patterson 5 kills, Ryan Doherty 4 kills. No blocks for points in the match so far. We thought that might be the difference in the match. The difference has been Casey Patterson. Outstanding defense so far. Playing great defense this entire tournament. Did very well at the Florida Open as well back in Baltimore. So as Casey Patterson, who was a blocker for the longest time, transitions to that defensive player, he's doing a fantastic job out there in game 1. What's up, Dave?
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a blocker like Casey Patterson, if I partnered up with Ryan Doherty, the human avatar, one of the few guys who can block from the end line, I'm going to have to learn my defensive game and sharpen it up. He's got the big country up front, and he's got a huge block, but Patterson's setting up solid defense around that block.
Obviously, the key to the match so far, too, is even though you get a lot of those digs, a lot of times you don't transition. And transition is huge, and right now, Casey Patterson, Ryan Doherty have done that very well here in game number 1. Again, as we look at the score, 16-11, Casey Patterson will step back to serve.
Oh, look at the great read. Sees the opposing blocker, goes high over the outstretched block of Doherty. Down line for the kill. Grotowski heading back. Oh, I'm sorry. Adrian Carambula back to serve.
That serve sailing just a bit long. We serve Ryan Doherty, the floaty, trickling off the tape. 18-12. Doherty back to serve.
Adrian gets a monster up, but unable to get to it. Steve Grotowski chasing it down. That's going to put Doherty back in the service line.
Another great day by Casey Patterson finishing cross court. Doherty back to serve.
Great read going down the line, watches it all the way to the tape. Steve Grotowski lays off, and that's going to put him back in the service line.
Go high. Angle! Good play, Ryan!
Big swing by Doherty. Huge touch on the block by Grotowski. But Doherty gets it through and gets the kill.
And we have game point 2013 here in game number 1. As Casey Patterson will step back to serve on the good side. Adrian Carambula off the block. Great defense on both sides of the net. Yields a point to Carambula, Grotowski, and our score 14-20. And again, we are playing the best 2 out of 3 at 21. This is game number 1 if you're just joining us online. And Adrian Carambula will step back to serve.
Hey, here we go, bud.
That ball up, just out of reach. And ladies and gentlemen, that's game number 1. How about a round of applause, Belmar?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming out onto the court, put your hands together for the Jose Cuervo girls. Great giveaways all weekend long. Put your hands together if you want them in your section.
And good crowd here again in Belmar. Outstanding. You can hear us online. They're so loud you can't even hear us. They're doing such a great job out there. Belmar always says fantastic crowds everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a Jose Cuervo prize, make some noise.
The Jose Cuervo Beach Volleyball Series is brought to you by Jose Cuervo. Party hard, play harder, and please remember, do it responsibly. And by Paul Mitchell, the new Mitch by Paul Mitchell. Style isn't born, it's groomed. And by Spalding, the official ball of the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series. Maxim. Maxim, the best thing to happen to men since women. Also, the Belmar Open, part of the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series, is an official USA Beach Volleyball sanctioned event. Ladies and gentlemen, game 1 is in the books, but we got game 2 coming right up. So you need to be loud and rowdy and make some noise.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know we've had a great weekend so far as we get ready for game number 2, and we have seen some magic out of these teams. We've had some scores where it's 21-10 in game number 1, and the team that lost came back and won game number 2. It's never over till it's over out here in Belmar and on the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Tour. And ladies and gentlemen, how about a little noise to welcome our men back to Stadium Court? Let me hear ya. Adrian Carambula back to serve. Steve Grotowski.
What a great read right there. Sets up the block perfectly. Let's take a look at the replay, Romo. Patterson up and elevates. Reads it very well. Grotowski getting the monster block right there.
Let's go!
Casey Patterson getting low, kind of freezing the defender on the left side, then makes a nice high looping shot over the block down the line for the point. We're tied up at 1-all.
Same day, Jay, same day.
Chop shot by big Grotowski getting the kill, sees the block there, goes for the sharp angle, comes up huge with the kill.
Nice little cutting by Grotowski, 2-1.
Whoa, big swing by K.C. Patterson. Beautiful set from Doherty on the weak side, and Patterson able to put it away for the kill. Let's take a look at the replay, Robo.
And K.C. Patterson just ripping it down the line. Let's not forget a great pass off a tough serve. Grotowski there with the block. Another outstanding dig. Good hustle by K.C. Patterson. The set drifting over just slightly. And Grotowski, as we take a look at the replay. And the set just drifting over. And Grotowski with the house.
By Adrian Carambula. Adrian using the foot play, gets the up. His partner doesn't give up, knuckles it over. Let's take a look at the replay here, Romo.
And Adrian Carambula with the foot dig, and Grotowski keeps it in play. And an absolute battle. And K.C. Patterson finally touching the net for the point.
Set is called on Adrian Carambula as a double contact. We are switching sides here on center court, 4-3.
I'm going to take a replay and take a look at the replay. Adrian Carambula. It's a slight double contact call. On the side switch, 4-3.
And an ace serve for K.C. Patterson. Look at the replay here. Jump serve from Patterson. Grotowski gets a hand on it, skips it behind him. Just a bit out.
Steve Grotowski stepping back to serve for the 1-point advantage here in game 2, 5-4.
Ryan Doherty back-to-back big touches. Great scramble play. Doherty gets the touch, but it is going to be Grotowski's point, and he is back to the service spot.
Nice quick set from Grotowski to Carambula to kind of keep Ryan Doherty a little bit off guard there at the net. Grotowski service. K.C. Patterson again getting low and watching the defender make his move and then hitting a nice roll shot over the block, cross court, lands in for the point. 5-6 on the board. Ryan Doherty out of Tom City, New Jersey, back to serve.
What a swing from Carambula. Unopposed, great backset. He sees the open court, goes down the line, smacks the line for the kill.
And Carambula will step back to serve. Still with a 2-point advantage. 7-5 here in game 2. If you're just joining us online, ladies and gentlemen, best 2 out of 3 to 21. We're in game number 2. Adrian Carambula back to serve.
Eagle! No. You okay? Over.
Adrian Carambula. Outstanding dig. It drifts over to the net. As we talk about the weather on Stadium Court. Take a look at the replay. And a nice little cut shot pickup by Carambula as it drifts over out of reach the defender for the point as we look at the score 8-5. Grotowski, Carambula with the lead. Adrian, it's your serve.
The big man, Ryan Doherty, the fighting Irish. Sharp angle cut shot. Gets the kill. We are changing sides here on championship course.
Yeah, Doherty skying high, just hitting a nice cross-court tapper for the point. Cool, calm, collective. 6-8 is our score. Casey Patterson will step back to serve. 4-time winner out of Brigham Young University.
Great line shot by Grotowski. Sees the big block of Doherty. Averts it, goes around, goes down line, gets the kill, and puts himself back on the service line.
Nice high looping shot, cross court, lands in for the point. 9-7 on the board.
Go again.
Great read by Patterson. A little bouncer off the tape. Well played. Takes it and gets the kill. Let's take a look at the replay here. High touch. Doherty puts it up. Patterson sees the open court, puts it away on the cross-court shot. Doherty back to serve. Great lead by Adrian Carambula. Drawing his partner in, pushing the set out, making his partner turn on a hard line, gets the kill. Adrian Carambula back to serve. Great high poke by Ryan Doherty. Can't teach tall genetic, but you know what you can teach? Awesome skill. And that was a great read, great placement, and a great knuckle shot by Doherty.
Casey Patterson back to serve. 9-10 on the board.
Hey. Line. No. Why did you hit the ball? It went down. Did you not shoot it? Doesn't matter.
Calling for the...
You go, Bart. It didn't go up first. You get that? You know, I don't redirect the block. This was that. Fine, let it go. All right, your turn. Line up.
Nice looping shot over the block. It lands in for the point. Sometimes on the online show, it's great to quiet down so you can actually hear what the refs and the players are saying down there. The mic, we talked about it before, Dave. We talked about how well the court is mic'd up. You can hear everything, every smack of the ball, every handset, every talk, it's pretty cool.
It's one of the great advantages of having such a great production team here. Great angles, great views, and of course, great audio. What's going on with the players? You know what? Looking at the crowd, let me hear you out there, Belmar, New Jersey. You're on camera. Let me hear it out there. We are in the men's championship match. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live here in Belmar, New Jersey, the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball Series, and Ryan Doherty. It's your serve. Wow, absolute hammer down the middle. Fantastic set by Adrian Carambula, the partner, Steve Grotowski, who maintain a 2-point advantage here in game number 2. Carambula stepping back to serve. A serve! Carambula getting the crowd fired up. 13-10.
High hand from Casey Patterson, sees the setup on the defense, goes high to the deep corner, gets the kill, and that's going to put himself back in the service position. We've got 11-13 in game number 2.
Casey Patterson serve finds the net. That's good for a point for a Grotowski Carambula.
Great swing and spot on Casey Patterson, puts a deep cross. We gotta love the quick reaction time and the heads-up play from Carambula and Grotowski.
Adrian Carambula, nice little pokey shot.
Doherty, the fighting Irish, goes down line, gets the kill.
Ryan Doherty, big swing down the line. Spalding ball in the corner pocket for the point as we switch sides. 13-15, Casey Patterson. It's your serve.
Grotowski going cross court, gets the kill. Great set from Adrian Carambula. Back to serve, Steve Grotowski.
Same.
Casey Patterson on the back set to Ryan Doherty, gets a piece of the block. What a block from the fighting Irishman, Ryan Doherty.
All right, let's take a look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Doherty waiting, jumping into the shot, an absolute stuff block for the point. Ladies and gentlemen, 15-16. Hey, if you like what you see, Belmar, make some noise.
soft, supple touch of the skill shot coming from Steve Grotowski. Gets the kill out of the outstretched block of Ryan Doherty. That's going to bring up Adrian Carambula to serve.
Casey Patterson! Tricky.
Take a look at the replay right here, folks. Doherty with the pass. Patterson extending out with a little tricky play, digging deep into the golf bag to pull out that club.
Nice little two-ball play by Patterson, 16-17.
High Libby roll for Steve Grotowski. Over the top of the block. Skill shot for the kill.
18-16 on the board here in game one. If you're just joining us, Doherty Patterson winning game number one. Grotowski, Carambula trying to even things up here in game two.
Double contact is called in the set from Patterson. Switching sides here on championship court. Carambula, Grotowski 19, Doherty Patterson 16.
Trickling off the tape for the point, 17-19. Ryan Doherty tapping it down the line, 18-19.
Scramble play. Patterson and Doherty coming up big on that one to tie it up at 19-19, folks.
What do you
Let me
think,
hear you out
Belmar,
there.
New Jersey?
Belmar, New Jersey. Make some noise for your boys. Timeout is called here on championship court.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 19-all here in game number two. And ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together. Put your hands together. Make some noise. Belmar, New Jersey, you are live online. Let me hear ya. Make some noise. Keep it going. Keep it going.
You got thundersticks out there. Let's hear you use them.
It's 19-all, ladies and gentlemen, in game number two. Casey Patterson and Ryan Doherty just 2 points away from the Belmar Open. Adrian Carambula, Steve Grotowski with the advantage, trying to send it to a game number three. What do you got, Belmar?
Folks, just a reminder, this right here, this championship match, this is the paycheck game. $50,000 on the line for the winner of this match right here. Let's get loud, let's get rowdy. Make some noise for your boys, Belmar!
feet, on your feet, on your feet. Belmar, New Jersey, we have championship point for Ryan Doherty and Casey Patterson. And the slow clap starts right now. Grotowski around the block. Steve-O says, not yet.
Not yet, sir. Cuervo, great set right there. Grotowski takes advantage, gets the kill, ties it up.
20 all. Big Ryan Doherty going right down the middle, 21-20. And ladies and gentlemen, championship point number 2. The slow clap starts right now. Steve Grotowski, solid. High looping shot, cross court as we switch sides. 21 all. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, beach volleyball must win by 2. Play the best 2 out of 3 to 21 as Grotowski and Carambula switch over to the good side. Service, Grotowski, 21 all. Casey Patterson with a shot off the block. And ladies and gentlemen, game, set, match, championship point number 3 for Doherty and Patterson. Ryan Doherty back. The serve slow clap starts now.
It is a party, go nowhere. After this, we've got the big money presentation. We've got a big day to our spots, big day for everything coming out, go nowhere. The event keeps going all night long. Again, big thanks, Adrian Carambula, Steve Grotowski, and a big thanks to our champions, Ryan Doherty and Casey Patterson. Great play in the replay here. Grotowski up. Patterson gets the dig and the swing. Broken play. Carambula sets up Grotowski. And Doherty, the big man with defense, over on one, gets the kill. Ladies and gentlemen, I love a close competition, and they get no closer. 21-23, your final in game number 2. And that's right, Doherty and Patterson winning in 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Volleyball event. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking here is championship court. It's been a great weekend, a great contest. Belmar, New Jersey, always a great time. The crowd makes it electric. The fans make it fun, but the players keep it real. Amazing competition. It gets no better than what you saw here this weekend. And the lovely Jose Cuervo girls saunter out to center court for the presentation of the big check. You gotta have a big bank to take a big check. Am I right, Robo?
Absolutely, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Ryan, Doherty, and Casey Patterson, your Belmar Beach Open champions. Give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen. Presenting the check is Jim Cias, the PR manager for Jose Cuervo. Jim? How about a round of applause for Jose Cuervo, ladies and gentlemen? They started this whole thing back in the early 80s and are still keeping it going. Thank you to Jose Cuervo and Jim Cias from Jose Cuervo. And again, gentlemen, a pair of flowers from the Jose Cuervo girls. And guys, take a couple photos.
Let's have one more time for your champions, Doherty and Patterson!
And ladies and gentlemen, Casey, Ryan, you guys have been off to a great start this season. Talk a little bit about your partnership, how you guys met, and about the season you've had so far, Case.
Well, so far it's been a good season. We're 2 for 3. He's been playing volleyball for a year and a half, and this is our first season ever, so I couldn't ask for a better season so far.
Absolutely, great job. Ryan, coming back home from Tom City, New Jersey. What's it mean to win here in Belmar?
Tom's River, New
What did I say? Tom's River. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Tom's River, New Jersey. You got to yell at me.
Yeah, playing in front of the home crowd fans and, you know, my friends and family. This is one of the first times they've getting to watch me play volleyball. And I couldn't be happier that I made them proud, huh? There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champions, give it up for them, Belmar.
Great job as always, Romo. Let's take a look here, panning out center court action. Jose Cuervo keeping this sport fun, accessible for everybody, all walks of life, all age groups. Jose Cuervo keeping a festival, a true party and event. There are great tournaments coming up for the rest of the summer. If you weren't able to make it down to New Jersey, fear not. We got Chicago coming up in July 29th, Hermosa Beach, California, August 5th, Manhattan Beach, September 9th, and of course, Huntington Beach, September 30th. All times, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guess what? NBC Sports Network is going to be carrying the Cuervo Tour. If you can't make it out, you can check him out online or on NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you for myself, David Shaw, Matt Romanowski, all of us here at the Jose Cuervo Pro Beach Series. Want to thank you for being a part of it. Thank you so much for coming out. Goodbye from all of us here at Belmar, New Jersey. DJ Roche, keeping it real, spinning the tunes. What a lovely weekend. Thank you all. We'll see you in Chicago, Illinois, baby.